Sorry, Ian. I really could have saved you that run. I'm sorry. Okay, I wanted to do some thank yous. Can we give a big round of applause for the Raisin Center? Ling Ling, Kathy, Maggie, Christopher. And that's it, right? And Kate Sherwini, who wasn't here but did so much work on the beautiful t-shirts, right? You love those t-shirts. You love those t-shirts. Great. I wanted to thank the kitchen staff, maintenance, technology, all the communications people, and transportation. Without those people, today would not have been possible at all. Can we get, let's give them a round of applause. Okay. How about a round of applause for all those amazing faculty and staff members who went with you today? Yeah. And give yourselves a round of applause for all the work you accomplished today. All right. As many of you know from the Two Truths and a Lie game we played back in the fall in the dorm, do you guys remember that? No? Two Truths and a Lie? Okay. I did an internship at a maximum security prison when I was in college. I tell you this because I learned something quite important through this experience. One day, after going through the metal detector and being patted down for shivs, I got to thinking about why I was doing this. I realized that the help I was giving to these adult men in a maximum security prison in a pre-release program was really negligible. Instead, it was I who was learning, growing, and in fact, getting help. I realized then, and it continued to be reinforced during other service and justice work, that I was the one who actually benefited most from helping others. I know this prison program was appreciated and was quite important in those men's lives, but I believe what I took from it was far, far greater than the services we provided for them. What I learned is this: I do community service work because it benefits me. I don't mean because it will look good on a resume or will rack up community service hours. I mean, it helps me to grow. It helps me to more fully understand my responsibility to others and the world around me. It helps me wrap my head around what needs to be done and who is going to do it. It shows me my duties to others. We serve so that we may know our neighbors. We serve so that we may become better neighbors. So who is my neighbor? I know you've all been wondering. All of you, everyone you met today, everyone you know, and everyone you don't know. It's everyone. I know you enjoyed hearing from Jessica Posner last week and Margaret Butler yesterday, and now I have the honor of helping to welcome Emmanuel Jal, our special performer tonight. Emmanuel is someone who takes the meaning of neighbor to a whole new level. You all know him from the film we saw in the fall, The Good Lie. Do you guys remember that? Yep. He played the character of Paul. It's not Gare, and not the character who wanted to be a doctor, but his third friend who worked in the assembly line. Do you remember him? Yeah, good. He has performed alongside Peter Gabriel, Nelly Furtado, DMC, Joss Stone, and Alicia Keys. Yeah. He performed in the one concert for His Holiness the Dalai Lama and addressed the United Nations and the United States Congress. He's worked with Amnesty International and Oxfam, spoke with Matt Dillon and Angelina Jolie. Yeah, impressive. He's done work alongside George Clooney, Nelson Mandela, and he won the Common Ground Award in 2011 for his peace-building efforts and performed at the G20 summit in Mexico. Wendy Butler will now speak very briefly on his inspirational message of peace and action. Wendy?
I'm really excited to be here to tell you just a little bit more about Emmanuel Jal. Some introductions will always fall short because the lives we try to portray defy characteristics. Emmanuel Jal represents such lives. To say that I want to be like him is worth quite little. But I am moved beyond words by his life, his sacrifice, his knowledge, and his determination. What keeps rising to the surface as I have been contemplating this impossible task is that of deserving something. He didn't deserve to be born where he was. His country, Sudan, didn't deserve the 22-year-long civil war that literally destroyed a generation, with over 2 million dead and 4 million displaced people. He didn't deserve to be chosen, saved, and educated by an aid worker from England. But for that matter, you and I didn't deserve our lot in life either. What is clear it is people like Emmanuel who have a keen sense of understanding, discernment, love, and the ability to sacrifice who can teach us all that life is not about deserving things, but about doing something with what we have. What Emmanuel Jal tells us about the transformation that occurred as he was training at a tender age to be a child soldier is something we all should learn. When faced with incredible fear, all he wanted to do was to kill Muslims and Arabs to seek revenge for the unspeakable things that had happened to his family and his people. But what he finally came to understand was a bigger truth, much bigger than hatred. He realized it was not a religious group at fault, but it was people who were sitting someplace else who were manipulating others to use religion to divide the Sudanese so that they could get at the precious natural resources of his country. He understood as a young man something that many people in the world today never do, that imperialists have consistently for hundreds of years used these same tactics to divide and conquer people. From that traumatizing, tumultuous childhood, he has risen to become a successful recording artist, as you've just heard, and a powerful ambassador for peace. He has performed alongside numerous famous people and transformed his life to stand for peace, sacrifice, and to be an advocate for the kind of aid that will truly transform Africa. My favorite quote from his 2009 TED Talk, and if you haven't seen it, go to YouTube and look that up and watch it. It's really life-changing, is this quote. When you just give aid, you kill another generation. If you really want to invest in the future, you give farmers tools and you invest in education. That is the kind of change that allows Africans to change Africa. Please welcome Emmanuel Jal, a man of dignity and love, a true neighbor to the world.
I'm calling out to the whole wide world. Help me scream and shout that we want peace. Big love to Emmanuel Jal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm looking for some people that's looking for peace. Maybe together we could make the war cease. Send mankind to the moon. We can bridge to the bottom of the sea. That's why it's really kind of baffles me that we cannot end wars and bring peace. We cannot change the way people act. We cannot change the way people think. So if we sit back, chill out and relax, civilization will soon be extinct. That's why I am. I'm calling on the whole wide world. Come on people, would you help me? Let's scream and shout cause we want peace. To say the least, I dedicate this song to the common people caught in the middle of this common evil. I wish the world was a little bit better. Time we start looking at the man in the middle. Fear is the devil's policeman. Fear may be genocide with endless weekend. Feel about genocide, how it was written. Silent of the lamb cause nobody was speaking. That's why I am. I'm calling on the whole wide world. Come on people, will you help me? Let's scream and shout cause we want peace. To say the least, somebody said after Rwanda. And after Rwanda, not far from Rwanda, we're gonna shout for the poor people living in Darfur. The world gone deaf, the world gone blind, the world busy sitting down on their behind. Nobody cared about a poor and needy. Too busy sucking up to the rich and the greedy. For every hero there's a villain. I ain't kidding, we're gonna shout setting up for city. One more time, we got no more time. We gotta figure out a way that we could all combine. Like Jericho, the world comes tumbling down. The sound of voices out of cities around. You know what it's what now. Time to put our voice to work. We gotta shake down heaven and earth. That's why I am. Everybody give a big hand, come on. I'm calling on the whole wide world. Come on people, will you help me? Let's scream and shout cause we want peace. To say the least, come on everybody, come on. Come on Westover, come on. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Everybody, let me see a peace sign. Come on. Let me see a peace sign. We got like, we want peace. We are gonna get it. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. We want peace, and we are gonna get it. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. We want peace. We want peace, and we are gonna get it. We want peace, and we are gonna get it. We are gonna get it. Yeah, I want to hear one big peace scream for the whole wide world. Everybody, come on.
We want peace.
We want peace.
We want peace.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. You guys have got so much energy. You guys, I don't know, what do you guys eat? It's awesome. Well, I want to give a big thank you for your school to make me become of this part of the event you guys have been doing, going around in the neighborhood, cleaning it, partnering with the people. And so I just want to say thank you to the school and a big hand for you guys for giving me a fantastic energy. So what I do is I travel around the world mostly where I share my experiences for social emotional learning, because I believe that every person has got a story. And when we share experiences for social emotional learning, we are able to put a spotlight in a dark place that make evil perform less. And so the story I'm going to share with you is about my experience, as my childhood experience. I was born in South Sudan. I was born in the most difficult time. My country was at war with itself. And that war reached the core of my family. All my aunties died during the war. My mom, too, was claimed by that war. All my uncles except two. By the age of 7, my father gave me out and told me I'm going to go to school in Ethiopia. The first time I witnessed war, I thought the world was ending, because I've never heard anything like that before. I've never seen so many people die. First person I've ever witnessed got shot next to me. I was only 5. So when I was 7, my dad told me we'll go to school in Ethiopia, so we had to walk hundreds and hundreds of miles. And on the way, some kids died of starvation, some were eaten by wild animals, some died of dehydration, some died of exhaustion, and it was difficult. By the time we arrived in Ethiopia, we were all exhausted. So you're in a situation where you see 6, 7 years old burying their own dead. As somebody died, we had to make our own prayers. You see kids cutting kids, and they dig graves and then burying them and making their own prayers. It was a disturbing moment for all of us. But here, what I'm going to share with you is I'm going to do my experience in 3 journeys. My childhood experience, the good memories I had, and the lowest point I've ever been as a human being. And then the third part would be the cool things that I'm doing now with my life. And so those are the things that I'll share with you now. How many here have got good memories? All of you. Things that you can remember that can make you smile. Things that can either make you laugh, like until your kidneys hurt. So I want to share that part of journey with you. Life in the village was simple. Everybody walked naked. We didn't have to wear clothes because everything was so simple. If you wear clothes that time, people will actually think something is wrong with you, because it's the culture, it's the way things has happened. Just like here in the city, if somebody from the village come here naked, everybody will think he's mad. You start calling police. So, and in the other way, people start thinking different. What I actually like in the village is we had animals. We have cows, goats, chicken, sheep. But I like the way hyenas laugh like women at night. They'll say, and so what men sometimes get lost at night. So they think probably some ladies are just in the bush laughing. And they start going, they find it's hyenas. And so what women did is they did a signal, a style of a laugh. So they created their own laugh that goes, lemdo. So which means and a hyena can't do that. So I'm going to ask you guys to try to laugh like that. Say, lemdo. You guys are pretty good. I mean, I hope you all have an insurance. At least 70% of people will survive if you come to my village. The rest will be eaten by hyenas, which is better, isn't it? 70%. So, but what I want to share with you here is I became friends with 2 baby sheep. One of them became my best friend. So we used to play a head-on game. And a head-on game is when 2 heads come like this. And then you just go like, boom. So my sister used to say, hey, you're going to crack your head. I didn't mind. The baby sheep like it, and I like it. And so to you, some of you guys have pets. Are you allowed to bring pets in school? You say you wish? Okay. Okay. Don't bring pets in school. You won't finish reading. Would you be able to study? Maybe the school should do an experiment. And if you guys pass exam, then it will become the culture. If you fail, the pets go home. So, but here, there's a part I would like to share with you. I don't know if it's going to be funny, but then it was funny to me. This part I'm going to share. But because I'm in America, and especially in Connecticut, where there's a lot of lawyers here, so I want to ask a permission, in case you get traumatized me telling this part, you're not going to sue me. I'm serious. Say, we're not going to sue you. Fantastic, you know? Because it's being recorded, so, you know, by the time you sue me, I would send all my money to charity. You'd have go broke spending money on the lawyers. We'll all be broke. So it's a mutual agreement, no suing. So here is our chicken gave me the biggest laugh of my lifetime. The laugh that I can't find it funny now. But I'll share it with you, this part. It's our chicken. You know, chickens are very funny. Probably some of you enjoy chickens, maybe in McDonald's or at the Burger King. But actually, chickens are really funny. And do you know chickens do yoga? Do you know that? So our chicken sometimes will pose with one leg. But this time our chicken posed with the mouth open. Like really open. And then I was asking myself, why is our chicken like this? And so behind a hut, there was an animal size of a big cat lying dead. And so our chicken was surprised by that animal. And just to warn you, that animal, because I told you guys I'm going to swear, so I'm going to swear now. Just to warn you, that animal has a big, big asshole, really big. And behind the hole, there was flies around it. All of a sudden, our chicken decided to put the head in the hole. And the animal woke up, closed the chicken head in. So you could see an animal jumping and the chicken wings are like this. And so to me, it was the funniest thing. My sister thought our chicken was angry chasing the animal, but that's how the chicken was suffocated. And so, for those who are into animals, maybe one day you go and find out that animals, we call it jeer. So to me, like, that was the biggest laughter I had in my village, and after that, we kept running from one place to another. And so I'm going to go to my next part of my journey now to share with you. But I want to introduce it to you guys in form of a spoken word. How many here do spoken word? Anybody who do writing? You know, you do spoken word? Anybody has got a burning desire to share some lyrics that they write in their bed? Yeah? Who? You can read them if they're on the phone. Anybody? Who? Are you okay? You can both come together. Come on, we're waiting for you. All right. Are you from over or are you from west? Yeah, over are the best. Come. Come on. And you know the west are the coolest too. Anybody? Anyone? Who want to represent? Anybody from the West to represent a spoken word? Or Hoover? West, Hoover. West. Okay, so nobody. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, she look like an artist, isn't it? Oh, you're an artist. Awesome. So the mic is yours. Anything that you want to bless us with?
Okay.
You want to sing or speak or whatever?
Okay, God. I don't know what to sing, guys. Anything? Anything? From the heart. Oh God. I don't know. I feel under like somebody suggest something. Okay, you know what I'll do? 525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments so dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylight, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love.
Awesome. You wrote that song? Awesome. Huh?
It's from Rent. It's from a musical we did this winter, Rent.
It's amazing. I like it. Respect. Awesome. So, what house is she in? Whoa, awesome. So, should we make it equal? Huh? Anybody from over wanna represent? All right, cool. So, over are not interested, so it's cool. So I'm gonna go on now. So I'm gonna do a spoken word. You know, for me, music is the place I'm able to see heaven again. It's the place I was able to become like a child. This is the place I was able to smile again. So I'm gonna do a spoken word now. This spoken word is called Forced to Sin. And it's dedicated to a friend of mine called Lowell. And so I'm going to do it just now. And so this is how it goes like. My dreams are like torment. My every moment. Voices in my brain of friends that were slain. Friends like Lowell who died by my side of starvation. In the burdened jungle and the desert plain. Next was I, but Jesus heard my cry as I was tempted to eat the rotten flesh of my comrade. He gave me comfort. We used to raid villages, stealing chickens, goats, and sheep, anything we could eat. I knew it was rude, but we needed food. And therefore I was forced to sin to make a living. Forced to sin to make a living. Sometimes you gotta lose to win. Never give up, never give in. Left home at the age of 7. 1 year later, I live with an AK-47. By my side, slept with one eye open wide. Run duck, play dead and hide. I've seen my people die like flies. But I've never seen a dead enemy, at least one that I've killed. But still as I wonder, I wouldn't go under. Guns barking like lightning and thunder. As a child so young and tender, words I can't forget, I still remember. As the sergeant command, raising his hand, no retreat, no surrender. Yigish, I carry the burn of the trauma. War child. Child without a mama. Still fighting in the saga. Yet as I wait this new war, I'm not alone in this drama. No sit or stop. As I reach for the top, I'm fully dedicated like a patriotic cop. I'm on a fight, day and night. Sometimes I'm doing wrong in order to make things right. It's like I'm living a dream. First time I'm feeling like a human being. The children of Darfur, your empty belly son, they're telling us, you that I'm fighting for. Left home. Don't even know the day I'll ever return. My country's war-torn. Music I used to hear was bombs and fire of guns. So many people die that I don't even cry no more. Ask God, question, what am I here for? Why am my people poor? Why and why? When the rest of the children were learning how to read and write, I was learning how to fight. It's snails, vultures, rats, snakes, and anything that had life, I was ready to eat. I know it's a shame, but who's to be blamed? That's my story of blessing. This part I'm about to share with you is the lowest point I've ever been. Every person will born to be on this planet will go through a difficult time. And whatever you go through, if it doesn't kill you, it will only make you stronger. Whether you're born in a poor family or you're born in a wealthy family or a middle class, as long as you're on this planet, you'll experience pain somehow. And if that pain doesn't destroy you, it can only bring the best in you. This is the lowest point I'm going to share with you. I find it's the lowest point because I've never experienced anything like this before. I got used to seeing people die, but I've never been in a position where my friend was dying and I was tempted to eat him. So we're a group of young people between 200 to 400, and we planned an escape from the army. We were told the journey was going to take us 1 month. We were told it's going to take 3 months, but it took us only 1 month. We ran out of food. We applied the basic soldier skill, where we could eat anything that we could find. When somebody died, the vultures come to try to eat the dead bodies, and then we shoot the vultures and eat them. We started depending on snails. Anything that we could find, we're able to eat. But as things intensified, the situation became even more tough. Early on, when there was dehydration and there was no water to drink, we drank our own urine. Some others were tempted to put a gun on their fellow soldiers to remove any urine, and they would drink it. Here, my senses change in this journey. I would sit to my fellow human being and they smell like food to eat. Other soldiers have already started to eat dead bodies, so they would slash them and put them on the mountain. On the mount, the mount where those little ants, they make little mounts. And they would dry them there. And they would eat them. So my friend was dying, one of my comrades, and his name is Lual. The spoken word I did is dedicated to him. And so I told him, I'm going to eat you tomorrow. And so he looked at me. He didn't say anything. That night, one soldier died. We put bombs around him, and then we put it in the tree, hoping if a hyena come to eat that dead body, the bomb would explode, and then we would eat that hyena. But the bomb explodes, the hyena takes the body, and nothing happened. One morning I went under that tree, hoping if I could find any pieces of a dead body that I could eat, that nobody's able to see me. I couldn't find anything. As I sat next to my friend, battling with my mind, part of my mind tell me, hey, eat. This is the only way for you to survive. Part of my mind tell me, if you eat your comrade, it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. And so as a little boy growing up that time, I remember what my mother used to do when the war was happening. And she would lie with us on the bed and pray. And so I said, I'm going to pray to my mother's God. And I say, Mom, God, if you're there, give me something to eat. And if I survive this part of my journey, wherever I go, I'll always give you the credit. So I waited that whole night, battling with my mind. 11 a.m. when I was about to lose hope, now that I can eat my friend, a crow appeared on top of the tree. A black crow. And one of the child soldiers that I thought had died shot the crow, and it fell between my legs. And I ate everything of that crow, from the claws to the beaks to the intestine, everything. I couldn't throw anything away from that bird. And that's the bird that became the bridge for me eating my comrades. But after that, more things started happening. Miracles started happening. And we ended up getting rescued. And I ended up in a place called Word, where I met a British aid worker called Emma McCune. So I'm going to just show you so this picture here is me when I just got finished trained as a child soldier. But I'm going to show you what happened. So Emma here was the lady I met. So I'm going to stop here, this part here. This is the turning point. In this talk that I'm going to be with you is, I would have shared the whole story, but I have a book out there called War Child. Maybe if you want to go deep into the story. I want to share two things, two of the biggest gifts I've ever experienced in my life. And these two gifts have transformed me. I believe that through giving, we can change the world. Because human beings, we are giving species. The more we give, the more happy we become. And giving sometimes may not mean giving somebody $1. It could be just a word. It could be a smile. It could be a hug. It could be giving somebody a hand, a time to volunteer. And the human beings, one of the biggest things I always do is, one of my biggest motto is, any person I meet, and if I shake my hand and spend time with them, I want to leave them 10 times happier than I found them without expecting anything. Because there's power when you do that, your cells come to life. So I want to show you these two gifts that transform my life. One, I was given an opportunity. Emma McCune smuggled me in South Sudan into Kenya and put me in school. And that opportunity has opened many doors. That's why I'm here. The way I look at it is, your environment is everything. Where you're born is everything. So if you're born poor or you're born wealthy, what your environment can do is this. It has got the capacity to program your DNA and your subconscious, which means if you're born poor, you'll inherit poverty. If you're born in a wealthy family, you're going to inherit wealth. But the coolest thing about life is it gives us an opportunity to reprogram ourselves. So if your environments, you've been removed from that environment to a different environment, you can reprogram yourself by having a dream or transforming your mind and having different friends or different people around you. Then things will change. So that's what Emma did to me. She took me from where I was into a school. I hated Muslims and Arabs. My desire was to kill as many Muslims and Arabs as possible. But when I went to school and I was able to read and write, my knowledge increased. I came to discover all human beings are the same. But we turn against each other when fear comes. And our biggest threat is poverty. As long as there's poverty around, there'll always be conflicts. And when we are afraid of one another, because of when population increases, and then the resources are scarce, people begin to build ideologies among each other, and they begin to create division among each other, and then they go to war, kill each other. So, but what education did is, it made me discover the truth. And at that moment, I was able to do the biggest gift in my life. The biggest gift I've ever given in my life was to forgive those who burn my home, to forgive those who destroy my hometown, to forgive myself for the things that I've done. And when I did exactly that, I became lighter. My head was heavy. And those are the two biggest gifts I've ever done. One, I received opportunity, and that opportunity has transformed me to be able to forgive. And so, do you hear, my question would be, if you have your phone, I want to show you the power of giving. When you give, you hacked into your subconscious, and then it elevates you to a different form of a status, a godly status. We are able even to be more creative. If you're rigid and you're like this, your cells closes down, and you cannot see beyond. So actually, the more we give as human beings, the more free we are. I think most of you here look so happy because you give a lot. Is it? So let's try something. I want to give somebody something. Can I? Can I give something? Okay. I'm going to give this lady something. Can you stand? Would you? Awesome. Awesome. Okay, she heard me say understand. Awesome. So, if you can turn around so they can see you. You see this young lady? She's very confident, very smart. She's going to do great things. She's also beautiful. Every man that would see her will faint. She's going to be a big person someday. Do you guys believe? All right, turn around. Do you believe what we just said? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, we just gave, how many words did we give? Yeah? So each and every word has got a power in it. So it's working on our cells, on our memory, in every part. And once she accepts those words, they're going to make her great. But now let's take things around. I'm not going to pick anybody. For example, you want to meet somebody and say, hey, your mouth stink. I don't like the way you talk. Why are you walking like a warthog, you know? So you could say different words. You could tell them they're stupid, they're ugly, or whatever. What would that person do in return? If you say 5 terrible words at them, what would they do? Just slap you in the face? Yeah, they may say the same thing back. So, I want to give you a cheap way you can handle things, wherever you go. When you give somebody one bad thing, they will do you 100 terrible things. When you do somebody one good thing, they'll do you 10 things. So which one is better? The good. So when you're in your school, if you want, there's a lady who say bad things about you, just smile. Next time, give them your, how do you call that thing that you, huh? Huh? Give them what? She's not going to give them anything. Yeah, oh. Okay, cool. That's your style. All right. So here, I'm going to leave a couple of things with you. But I want to show you like this. So this is what I do. So the mission I do is about peace. So I want to ask, what is peace in your own word? Anybody want to give us, what's peace? What does peace, when somebody say peace, what comes in your head?
Love.
Awesome. Love. Everybody give a big hand. She's saying all the good stuff. So, anybody? Huh? Caring for each other. I like that. Give a big one. Third one.
Working together.
Working together. Awesome. 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 So, to me, the way I look at it, peace is justice, equality, and freedom for all. Peace is when my belly is full. Peace is conflict management. Peace is opportunities. Peace is when conflicts are managed in a mature manner that the violence is prevented. Why would somebody want to take away justice, equality, and freedom? Do you know why? Yes. To gain what? To gain stuff for themselves. So it's basically to control opportunities. That young lady is smart. Give her big. Yeah. So racism does not exist. So when somebody tells you so and so, racism doesn't exist. It doesn't. It's just a word created. Everything that you see is a formula to create control and program people and put them in a side so that other people could eat. Look at it out there. Is that not how the world is? There's nothing called racism that I'm a better species. Science has proved that we're all the same, intellectually and everything, but our environments can shape us. So, if you go out today, out there, you'll actually see opportunities is what people are scrambling for. Food, shelter, clothing. And because we are afraid of poverty, poverty is the biggest threat we all have. We are afraid. So it began to create a lot of dramas. So I want to leave that part with you, and I'll show you the cool things that happened with me. So you see, I swing my hand like this is magic. It's called the wireless remote. So you see? So whenever time I move that, the screen just keep going. See? So that's what I do now. I go to school, and I just keep talking and do all of these things. So I do concerts in schools. But what I want to show you, the peace thing is I go and share my story. Every person has a story. Out there, you are important as your story. You know, people are suffering out there. They're looking for who has gone to hell and came out of it. Because each one of us will go through hell. You know, we learn through stories. And what I want to share with you here is I want to leave two things with you guys. And I want to ask a question before I say, do you guys know the highest paid thing on this planet? The most expensive thing you can pay for? Do you know the most expensive thing? Huh? Diamonds? She's saying diamonds? She's saying diamonds is the most expensive thing. To me, I think diamond is valueless, seriously. But we give it value because it's shine. It's a stone that is shining. We say, wow. Seriously, I think that light is better than the diamond. Anyway, so But you're sure now diamond is really deep. What is the most expensive thing? It is the most expensive thing. Expensive, yes. Huh? Peace. I like you. You are so nice. But it's not the answer. So it's not the answer. The most expensive thing is called thinking. That's the highest thing people pay for. Thinking. People don't want to think. They just want to party and jump around. You know? The reason you're sent to school is also to increase your thinking. So you can think big. Do you know Connecticut, I was just told today, made the money with something called insurance. Oh, there's life insurance, car insurance. That's how they made millions. They come up with idea, thought, a big idea is something called insurance. At this age, people are going to die, so they're scared to die, so sell them life insurance. Then people pay for life insurance. Oh, you may have an accident, your car may break up, okay. Your house may be on fire, okay, pay that. Somebody thought about that. See? The teachers are here. It's their thinking, it's their brain. Do you guys agree? Thinking is the most expensive thing? So, are you guys going to be thinkers? Do you agree? Yes. Come on. Yes. Awesome. So, the other thing I want to leave would be, probably you, how many want to know the secret to which money can run after you? Call you by name and say, hey, Jennifer, take me home on a big bag. You know money talk? They talk louder than cookies. You have no idea? Okay, put a lot of money on your wallet one day and walk in a ghetto and a thug will smell. Hey, I'm here. So anyway, you want to know the secret to which money can run after you. What your mom have or your dad is not yours. They made it. Nowadays, all the people who have made money, they've become, now they think their kids are going to get spoiled, so they give money to charity. So you got to prepare yourself. Do you want to know the secret? Oh, you're already rich. You don't want to know the secret. Do you want to know the secret? Yeah. I said, yeah, I need enthusiasm. Come on. Awesome. The secret in which money can run after you, yeah? Before I say it, give me one woman that money is running after now. Yes. What does Oprah do? Take people's story and then she cry a bit. And then everybody say, amazing show. Next thing you wait for the next story. The money is just jumping out of your pocket. That's all she does, yeah? What, any other man do you guys know that money is running after? Oh, Kardashian. All she has to do is turn around on the camera. You know? That's all she does. Take pictures, take the video. That's how she made her money. So she did her thinking, but she realized other people would benefit from that. Okay. All right, a man. Anybody who knows a man? Yes, one man. Give me. Steve Jobs. Yeah. Somebody say Steve Jobs, Obama. Yes. Bill Gates. Yes. Somebody say Donald Trump. You may hate him, but money runs after him. It's a fact. You see, it's true. Yeah, probably you own the house you're living in. You don't know. So, the thing is, the secret at which money can run after you is solving problems. If you can solve a problem, then on this planet, you become valuable. Steve Jobs solved a problem. One time he said he's going to make an iPhone that if every person look at it, they'll kiss and lick it. How many of you have done that? Yeah, she's doing it now. Yeah, because he's solving many problems. There's something called WhatsApp now, and then there is Snapchat, and every little kid is on the camera, like, they're doing all of that. So, Solving problems is the one thing that will make money run after you. So solving problem and thinking are together. So you're paid for thinking. Just imagine in this school, if you discovered a formula or a way to turn chicken into gold, you're going to compete with KFC, McDonald's, Burger King. The chickens will be so expensive. And then United States will put a fence in your house. You'll be a public asset. Do you know that? Because you have the idea of turning chickens into gold. Can you imagine? Do you think it's possible? Probably somebody's thinking about it now. Maybe somebody, was it possible to make which one is more easy? Turn chicken into gold or make telephone talk through phones? A year long time, let's say 50 years, 100 years ago, or 150 years ago, nobody could ever thought would fly in the sky or would talk on the mobile phones. So probably you'll be shocked in the future that somebody has turning chicken into gold. So maybe it's you. So let me go this way. Now, for example, you go back now to your room and you wake up tomorrow morning. Yeah? One way in which you can solve the problem easy is when you're given your homework, do it. Walk with a swagger and move, bounce, put it on the table, madam, work is done. Understand? Then let's say, for example, because all of a sudden you put your phone away or nothing, you're not communicating. You have a friend that is yapping all the time, complaining, decided to have taken all your friends because you're not talking to them, you become busy, you're studying. The thing that you need to do is tell them, hey, take a piece of chocolate, let them take a bite and tell them I love you. And then give them a hug, problem solved. Because that's how you, slowly by slowly, what I'm trying to show you here is you can practice solving problem by just using words. Because here you're in school, you want to think and to solve problems. Is that not it? Is that what? So let's go again. You're a what? Thinker? Are you a? Say, you are a what? Thinker. And someone who does what? Awesome. So now we are in agreement. How many has ever failed in class? So in your school, nobody failed? So you guys fail? Once in a while. So I want to show you something. To fail is actually very good. If you don't fail, you're not a human. Failing is good. One time in high school, I want to tell you this. This is a real story. In high school, year 11, I got my results, and I was told I got a UN. And I was so happy to have a UN because I associated UN with United Nations. So I said, wow, I got a UN. And so I went and I showed my result to a gentleman in the house. And I said, yeah, you know what, I got a UN, man. Then he looked at it, look at the result, say, UN mean unclassified, ungraded. So I told him, do you mean I passed so well that I went beyond A's that I can't be classified? He said no. And he said, actually, this is below fail. Fail is better. And so, because fail is classified, unclassified and ungraded is below fail. And so to my head, I was upset. But this time I went to school because I want to fail. So I started preparing and I said, look, I'm going to school, talking to myself and telling I'm going to fail. So in my head, I made sure I'm going to fail because fail was better than ungraded. So I went to school and I failed. So I got a fail, I came. So, but the next time what I did is I decided to aim for an E. And I keep going. So just to cut the long story short, even though my performance was up and down in high school, sometimes I'll pass really well, sometimes I fail. But one time I went to university and got maths 100% and physics 98. So which means I want to leave this note to you so you could think about it. There was a man, his name was Winston Churchill, but I like his quote. What he said is, success is failure after failure, but keeping your enthusiasm. Understand? So, when you fail, don't give up. Everybody, the guy who made the iPhone, the most successful people on planet failed. So if you haven't failed yet, you're not success. Who's better? Somebody who tried and failed or the one who hasn't? Who would you learn from? Somebody who said, wait, I went to Japan and I came back, and somebody who didn't. Who would you want to listen to? He went to Japan, yeah? But he didn't reach there, but he came back. At least probably walked for 6 months and decided to come back. And somebody who hasn't, who has more story to tell? The one who tried. So there was a guy one time who wanted to climb Mount Everest. You know Mount Everest? Yeah. And he told his friends, he raised money, he wanted to climb Mount Everest. So he went. Everybody told him, you're going to die. People die there with skeleton. You won't make it. So he went. He failed. He came back. People laughed at him. We told you, you were going to fail. You told you. He raised money again. He went back. He failed. He came back. So this time, he got another friend of his, and they gave it another shot. They went and made it to the top and came back. So when they went there, how many people have gone to that mountain since then? So many people. Yeah? So basically, failing is okay. To fail is okay. You're better than somebody who hasn't gone to school. So think like the way I was taking it, like from getting UN, I went for F to E. So just keep going slowly by slowly. But I want to add another thing. So before I leave is I want to just say my life is art. Say my life is art. So each and every letter on my life is art has something. But I'm just going to focus on ART, which A stands for action, read, train. So basically, action represents a lot of things. If you want to get anything done, you have to act. For example, if a lion comes to this room and you're alone here with the lion, would you eat the lion or run or stay there? Which one would you do? Okay. So, running is an action, is it? And then eating the lion is another try where you think you could survive. Yeah, fighting. Then staying still. And you get eaten. That's how it is. So, faith, what they say is, work is only done when an object is moved from one place to another. Is that not in physics? Yeah. So, every little step makes sense. So when there's a situation, if you worry about it, nothing will happen. But if you spend your time to do it, something good would happen. So the other one, which is R, stands for read. So when you read, you get to know. Nobody is born 10 times smarter than any other person. The person who get A's in your class is not because they're smarter than you. There is something they do. One of the secret I did in school when I used to fail, I became friends with one of the guys who made A's. And so at least by the other term, I got 10% of his effort. Because if you hang out around somebody who's smart, it's going to affect your smartness. Is that not true? So now find out who's in that class of yours. Give them a good treat of chocolate. Maybe bribe them when the school closes. Hey, come home for dinner. you know, and learn the secrets. That's how you do it. But here is read. Just train yourself. Give yourself a challenge, or whatever it is, just read. Then T stands for train, which means whatever you know, just recite through it, go through it. Because train means preparing for the future. Those who don't train are preparing to lose. And so all the good stuff that I'm saying are now done, so I'm just going to do the magic. You see? It keep going. So I want to stop here, lose to win. One time, I wanted to raise money, you know. Okay, it's not working. There, it worked. Seriously, I have a remote in my hand. You don't believe me? So, I wanted to raise money for kids back at home. And so, I decided to do something. I ate 1 meal a day for 662 days. And I thought it was going to take me 1 month, but it took me 662 days. The meals I was missing, I was donating toward building a school back at home. And I thought I was that famous, but I was humbled. So when I went to the village, you know, one of the things that happened, I was actually touring in US at that time. I became so skinny, you know, more than this, that the wind in New York had no mercy on me, like the model. So every time the wind come, I was like that. And so, and when I was breaking the fast, first I broke my fast having oatmeal. I put oatmeal with milk one morning, and I was performing. Every time I shake my head, because most of my performances I shake my head and jump. What actually happened, I kept falling down. The people in the crowd think it's a dance, but what they didn't know is I lost balance because I haven't eaten breakfast for 662 days. So the food was heavy, so every time I fall off. And so, but when I went to the village, I want to share this little story with you. So I met these kids, and I told them, hey, I'm eating 1 meal a day so your school can be built. And they say, what do you mean? We eat one meal a day anyway. Then I told them, this place I come from, I choose not to eat, and in this place, people die of fatness. And then the kids started calling each other around. Hey, come and hear Emmanuel is saying there's a place where people die of fatness. So they wanted to hear the story of this place. So they stopped playing football at a hair strip. And then one of them told me, they put their hand up and say, do you mean there is so much to eat in that place that they grow fat and die? And I say, yes. And there was a silence, like 7 seconds. Like their mouth opened, they were shocked. One kid raised their hand and said, that is the coolest death ever. And so, you see, in my country, it's a legacy to be fat. We have fattening competition where men are taken for 4 months to grow fat. And the fattest man always die. So for them, they didn't understand why when I'm saying this, in my country, in Africa, I don't know in America, but in my culture, if you're big and fat, it's a legacy. Nobody would trust me the way I'm skinny to go into politics or do anything, because they say they have known over the years that skinny people go to the office and grow fat by stealing the money. So, but if you come in the office fat, then people will trust you. That your mom fed you well, you guys know how to get. So it's a big dream, my home. So the work is done now. So I want to show you guys different things that I'm doing now with my life. So I did a movie recently with Reese Witherspoon. So this is the coolest thing. So now I'm just showing you all the stuff, the whole journey, speeding it up. So what I'm trying to show you here is I came from the bottom like a lobster, and I'm now rolling on the top like a rock star. So I'm going to ask a question, but keep moving. Okay, next. Awesome. That's why I want to stop. So, I'm going to ask a question. And whoever win get Jalgua and a CD, a standing ovation, 15 seconds of fame. And we are going to dance for that person. So we're going to throw a party for that person. So I want to show you one thing. Why Jalgua? So one of the things that has happened to me when we say solving problems, if you don't know how to solve problems, somebody else will eat out of your problem. They'll make money out of your problem. If you can't fix your tap at home, then somebody else is going to fix it. How many have little brothers and sisters? When the TV is broken, they know how to fix it. You know how to do it? Imagine if they didn't know how to fix it, your mom will spend money. Can you imagine those little kids? They know when the TV is wrong, they just play around it. You know, my child, I have a child, he hacked onto something called Netflix. Yes, at 6 years old. I don't know how he did it. I had Netflix and I never paid for it. He managed to hack onto it. I don't know what he did it, who learned. Don't tell Netflix. But I watched Netflix, so many movies, and my son made me proud. We stole. Can you imagine? I'm confessing now, so they ain't gonna sue me. Cut that part in the tape. Don't tell Netflix. So for Jalgua is I became sick one time. So going on the road, I had high blood pressure, and I was gonna get diabetes. Because you know when you're on the road and busy, you just eat anything come, fries, all the kind of yellow food and fizzy drinks and all of that. So I wasn't taking care of myself. So I got high blood pressure. I'll collapse in the hotel. The doctors come, they inject me, they help me, I come back to normal. And so what I did, I said, look, in my village, these diseases were associated with people in the cities. There were no villages food. And that's when I decided to create myself food. And so I created this company called Jalgua, and I'll show you. It's a little powder, so it's going to click, don't worry. So, okay, touch to rewind. Okay, cool. So this is Jalgua. I put it on water. I can put it in my smoothie. I can put it in everything I want, make energy balls with it, and it gives me energy. So it's just made out of 2 organic ingredients, and this is sorghum and moringa. And sorghum is a gluten-free grain that has 240,000 antioxidants for every 100 grams you eat. And they use it to treat melanoma. But one of the coolest things about sorghum in my village is when I did research is they realized even though it's packed with minerals and vitamins, it's a grain that is very tricky. It has complex carbohydrates that people who consume it as their staple diet, no matter how hard they try, they can't grow fat because the glucose produced by sorghum is not converted into fat by insulin, but used as a fuel by your body. And so if any of it is not used, it's wasted. And so I combined it with a tree called moringa. And moringa, they call it the tree of life, which has 300 healing properties, 46 anti-inflammatories, and 92 essential nutrients. So basically, I took a poor man diet in village of Africa and put it in a pack. And here it become like a supplement. So accidentally, a problem that occurred to me ended up becoming a business. But I decided, now I have become an accidental entrepreneur, so I also have other things. So that's how the powder look like. You make energy balls with it. So I ended up, now in Toronto, I also have a cafe. So why am I doing business? I came to realize how powerful business is. Business creates jobs. Business can bring war or bring peace. And so I look at it, I'm still discovering myself. I'm a recording artist, an actor, and now an accidental entrepreneur. But what I did with this business, I said I'm going to have a business with a purpose that every person who eats Jalgua, when you're eating Jalgua, you're not only having impact in your own health, you're also feeding kids back at home. So that is it for now. So I'm going to show you. Keep going. So that's how I look in the cafe once in a while. So, awesome. Stop there. Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm going to do something. Before I ask the question, take up your phone, and we're going to take few seconds. The person next to you, take a picture with them and say something nice. Plant a seed. Whatever comes to your spirit, just say it. Just next person to you. Yeah. All right. So, this is what we're going to do. So, what did you say to her? What did you tell her? Did you say anything?
I said that Shaylee had a nice smile.
Awesome. Awesome. How did you feel?
Good.
What did you say back?
I said she looked really pretty.
She looked really pretty. Did you see? How many words did you get? What? You look really pretty. That's what she said. So now, all your cells are alive. Okay. What did you say?
Well, I actually at first told her she looked like an old lady, but then I was like, no, it's okay. It's still cute.
Okay, awesome. What did you say? How did you feel when she said you look like an old lady?
Great.
And what did you say back?
I told her I loved her.
Awesome. This girl is smart. Oh, she killed you with kindness. Okay, I'm just... Awesome. All right. So anybody, what did you say? Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What did you say back?
I told her that she's gorgeous and that I love her.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So, there is power in words. So now we create energy, we plant each other good words. So now, when you go later, you can copy me. I'm on Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook or whatever, on Instagram or Twitter, whichever social media outlet you have. Just copy me in the conversation. Now when you say that to your friend and your friend say that to you, it goes global. So we're going to create a positive energy on the internet. You understand? So it's not just only happening here. The impact is happening outside. So now, the fun time has come before we party. So the question is, I'm going to ask a question. And the answer was in the whole talk. There were so many references. So, what is... Okay, before I ask it, how many here want to make this world better? Awesome, including me too. So, respect. What's the greatest battle? The greatest battle you have to fight to make this world a better place. If you heard the answer before, you'll be cheating, and the demons will throw a party for you. Yes, so don't cheat. All right.
The battle against yourself?
The battle against yourself. No. Who? What's the greatest battle? You get a standing ovation, and then you get a party for you, 15 seconds of fame.
Is it to find peace?
To find peace. You are amazing. But it's not the answer.
To work together?
To work together. You're so cool. You can be a good president. But it's not the answer.
To love unconditionally?
To love unconditionally. Awesome. She's so sweet. Have you guys seen her? You remind me of Mother Teresa. Wow, she's full of love. How many know? Do you guys know? Is it? In real life, she's full of love, is it? Yeah. Thank you for that love, but it's not the answer. Okay.
To think and solve problems.
Thinking and solve problems. Oh my God, you got like 50% right. 50% right. She almost got it. Should we give it to her? Yeah. We're going for 100, yeah? 100.
Oh, it is just a guess. Is it to fail?
To fail? No. Nobody wants to fail. The greatest battle you have to fight to make this world a better place. The greatest battle.
Acceptance?
Accepting. No. Do you know, okay, you guys probably don't have an idea. You're trying to be too clever. You know the answer. I'm giving you a cow and a goat. So this is equivalent to one cow, and this is equivalent to a goat. So, yes. Yeah. All right. Have you guys given up?
Thinking to overcome fear.
You know what? I'm looking for... Okay, I'll give you guys a hint. One word. It's one word. Okay, this... Yeah, at the back. At the back, come on. Hunger. What did he say? Hunger? You're so kind. That's not the answer.
Education?
Fantastic. Young lady, come on stage. Everybody. All right. Everybody give a standing ovation. Yeah. Awesome. Here you go. All right. And keep standing. Come here. And everybody, do you agree it's education? Do you agree? All right. Why education?
Because it's a combination of everything. Like, education is the basis of every person and everything.
Yeah. Awesome. We're here because we want to learn. We want to be better thinkers. People can solve problems. So education is it. So you are going to get a party. So can you invite one female cool teacher and one male cool teacher?
Hungerford.
Huh?
And, and Wendy.
Wendy and
Mr. Hungerford.
Mr. Hungerford. Awesome. All right. So, you guys form a line. Just form a line there. All right, so we're going to get some volunteers to join us. Wait, Mother Teresa, you will come. Awesome. Yeah, she's full of love. You got to get it. Yes, you. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Yes, you. Yes. Awesome. Yes, you. Yeah. And the poet. Where's the singer? The singer. She went to bed. Oh, she's there. All right, guys. Form a line. Just a long line. And everybody else, look for space. The guys at the back, look for space. Yeah, everybody look for space. So the party is going to begin. Look for space. Yeah? Can everybody see my leg? Okay. Can you see my leg? Just look for space. Spread yourself around. Look for space. Spread yourself around. So, this is what we're going to do now. We are going to twerk, okay? All right. So, but don't worry. This is a school-friendly twerking style. Yeah. Ban Ki-moon did it. All right. So everybody look at my leg. Look at my leg. Can you see my leg, everyone? So everybody go like this. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3. Ka 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 ka. Ha. Pa 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 pa. Ha. To the side. Ha. Ha. To the side. Boom. Boom. To the side. Ha. Ha. That's all. All right? So let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3. Ta 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 ta. Ha. Ta 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 ta. Ha. To the side. Huh. Huh. To the side. Ha. Ha. To the side. Ha. Ha. All right. So DJ, play the track. Awesome. And pump the volume up. So we're gonna wait. Are you ready, everybody? Come on. Here we go. Do some best. Oh, do some best. Do some best. Oh, do some best. Hello, 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 hello. One more time. Do some best. Oh, do some best. Do some best. Oh, do some best. Hello, 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 hello. Shakar ka berber, shara daran cherga kirke. Win manga shada laske. A bit confused to let me tell when stress come by, I rock with a bit my demon fly. But you don't know I put my time. I smile, I laugh, I wing my eye. Do some best. Oh, do some best. Do some best. Oh, do some best. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, do this way, this way, this. I do this way, this way, this way. You got stress. There's no money. Girlfriend gone. Boyfriend gone. My shackle name one long lavish shot and Josh. Do the best. Oh, do the best. Do the best. Oh, do the best. One more time, do the best. Oh, do the best. Do the best. Oh, do the best. Shaganga, shabanga, shaganga, shabanga, shabambol. Hey, a shabambol. A shaganga, shabanga, shaganga, shabanga, shabambol. A shabambol. A shabambol. Hey, bule, 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 bule. Bule nomination. Show nigga young and boo. Hey, bule, show nigga young. Everybody, come on. Do the best. Oh, do the best. Do the best. Oh, do the best. Hello, 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 hello. One more time. Do the best. Oh, do the best. Do the best. Oh, do the best. Hello, 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 hello. One more time. To the side. Are you having fun, everybody? All right, let me see both of your hands up. Come on. Go with me like this. Give somebody a high five. Awesome. All right, everybody, put your hands like this and say these words. Say, I am a thinker. I'm going to solve problems. I'm here and I'm going to learn. I will read. I'll make my family proud. My school. My community. My country. The rest of the world will see my light. I'll lead the change I want to see. May God help us. All right, everybody, put your hands up and let's fly. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Hello? This one works. Hello. Emmanuel, can you come back out, please? One more round of applause for Emmanuel Jal. Oh, thank you, thank you. You've left us 100,000 times more happy since meeting you. Thank you. Here's this. Ignore this. Ignore this part. Open that. All right, one more round of applause for him. Thanks, everybody.